Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Capcom has not really announced, people found out they're hosting a survey. Because I've not seen Capcom tweet about it. Regarding Street Fighter 6 in 2026. It goes from June 7th all the way to the end of the month. It expires on the night of June 29th. So do not wait until like the night of the 29th to do this. It literally expires like 4 a.m. Eastern. Do not wait. You need a Capcom ID to enter. At what price point did you purchase Street Fighter 6 full price? Never doing that again, by the way. Never buying a fighting game at full price. From some developers, I do not trust a year one edition. This point in time, how would you rate Street Fighter 6? Neither satisfied nor dissatisfied. Character battle balance, very dissatisfied. Frequency of new character additions. That's the big one. That's the reason why I want to make a survey video, because they may or may not be aware of complaints surrounding 4 characters a year and how it takes too long to get to one character to another. Very dissatisfied. Frequency of balance update and balance session, very dissatisfied. The long ass wait just for like 2 fucking things to change, unacceptable. Smoothness of online matches, very satisfied. For all the shit I'm giving the mechanics and balance and the crazy obsession with Street Fighter 2, you cannot deny it's the quality of life is unmatched for Street Fighter 6. Like really good netcode when it's not doing the fucking relay server shit. It goes straight into peer-to-peer. The 5 billion quality of life additions to training mode. Some of it is unfair because Capcom patented the frame meter, so you literally have to pay Capcom money just to use it. Visual quality and realism of the graphics, very satisfied. It's very good. The casual aspects of a fighting game, characters I recognize, the game looks fun, the game looks easy to play, it has single player, and it looks pretty. The casual aspect of Street Fighter 6, they all hit. Background music, sound effects, and songs. I'll put somewhat satisfied. Sound effects, great. Background music and songs, the stage BGMs are solid. The character BGMs are all over the place, and it's a shame that some of the top tiers are fucking awful to listen to. Juri, Cammy, JP. But it feels like the current, the early music direction is going away. You have Elena, instead of being like the current music direction, feels like a sequel to her Third Strike OST. And then like, Sagat is par for the course, of course. But then like, Sea Viper, both Alex's themes and Ingrid are a complete departure from the prior music direction. Early music direction, I would put neither satisfied nor dissatisfied because it's all over the fucking place. But then like, if you look at Terry, Mai, Elena, Ingrid, Alex, and Sea Viper, it gets bumped up a point. Like, they've done a good job with the OST recently. Please select all Street Fighter 6 characters that you like. Ryu. I've actually stuck with Ryu in season 1 and season 0. And then they made the character like stronger to an absurd degree and a lot more random, and it made him less fun to watch. I also don't like Hashogeki being a super. Jamie gets fake 4 drinks. Luke gets a frame 5 reversal in a game with frame 6 reversal. Kimberly gets an air super. Chun-Li gets a full screen invincible jump scare launcher. Juri gets an install. Gal gets an install. Blanca gets an install. Dawson gets a big ball super. E Honda gets corner carry. DJ gets a deadly rave. Manon uses her legs to get a gigantic reversal around her. Zangief gets V-trigger. JP does the ghost minigame everyone hates. Lily gets an air reversal. Cammy gets an entire movie reference. The actual move itself is quite bad, but it's like 0.1 point above Ryu, just the movie reference alone. Rashi gets a whole ass fucking tornado. Aki gets poison from full screen and shit that also chips. Akuma gets like wall splat combos. Ed gets ball. Bison gets a projectile punish from full screen. Terry gets CA damage outside of CA. Mai gets corner carry. Elena can choose between damage and heal. Sagat gets like 4 different things. Ingrid summons the fucking meteors to fall on you. And then Alex gets one winged angel through Kenny Omega's Omega Wing Buster and a projectile punish for 2 bars. It feels like you could say like Ken is the weakest one because like what the fuck does it do? Or Cammy is the worst one just functionally, but it feels like Ryu, who actually had like a utility super, it being like stun, in this game could be something like low damage but high drive drain. Doesn't get that in his install super, instead of just an invincible like low range attack. It feels the more disappointing one in my opinion, but it feels like this iteration of Ryu in a vacuum is the best one outside of MVC1 where he transforms into Ryu Ken, just like off kit design alone. I like Ryu. Jamie's cool, Chun-Li's cool. Guile is a necessary evil. People are like, why is Guile here? Like, I hate fighting Guile, and like Guile should be removed from Street Fighter game. Off story, like Guile and Dhalsim, I don't like these characters anymore. They don't fucking do anything in the story, but these are movesets that are necessary in every Street Fighter game. Arguably swap with Remy, but their movesets are very unique in game defining. Kimberly I like a lot. The addition of Blanca-chan is like the best thing they've ever done to Blanca in fighting game history. I was not on Blanca. I figured he'd be like on the chopping block for the Honda, but then like the addition of Blanca-chan just makes him like a lot cooler as a character alongside all the stuff they've added like dive kick, Blanca Bowl. It just makes him all the more fun to watch. DJ, they removed charge on Sobat and Machine Gun, thank God. Marisa, of course. Mano, I'm not sure. Every Street Fighter game, they've added like a not Zangief grappler. All of them have their own unique bullshit to them, but I believe that none of them were as cool as like dash canceling step kick. Like just like off design and story, Mano's the best one of the 3. But I think moveset, I think Abel takes it. JP, Geef, Rashid, Aki, Ed, Terry. Mai should have been Blue Mary, and also she's like very toxic mechanically. Elena, Sagat, Sea Viper. Alex? Listen, I don't like charge moves, but I think I hate Prowler Stance even more. Prowler Stance it feels very awkward to play around, and so having a lot of your moves locked behind, I did try to give charge move characters a chance whenever I could play them. Like I play like very casually, like I played Oro in 5, like when I play with friends. And Alex was a character I looked forward to, assuming he played like in 5 with like an extra gimmick or 2. But Prowler Stance was very awkward to play around, so I just did not like him. And Ingrid, obviously, of W. Alright, so I wrote the entire thing off screen. So I said that my laptop's getting cooked by DX12. June of last year, for some reason, like DX12 decides to shit itself when Andy came out. So usually I bypass it by running DX11. That's how Rivals of Aether 2 runs. That's why City of the Wolves I can now play the game again. Like on DX12 it was running like really badly. It was impossible to do survival mode. Now I can run it. Street Fighter 6 seemingly does not have a DX11 version. So that's something I've asked in the survey. Just add a DX11 version of the game on Steam. For game mechanics, I've said that my, personally speaking, experience with the game is lowered by how like powerful the universal mechanics are. So I wrote, perfect parry doesn't have a real punishment for mistiming the technique when normal drive parry is as powerful as it is. Between its shared input, like I said in the previous video, in other games that have a perfect parry, it's a completely different input. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, instead of holding back to block, it's tap forward to parry or down to parry. Right? Street Fighter 6, normal parry and drive parry are shared. So Between shared input, meaning that there's no like real punishment to like fucking up normal parry, and its ability to negate high-low mix, left, right, and projectiles with no unique downsides to normal drive parry. Drive parry's weaknesses are in a way is shared across all forms of blocking. A unique downside to drive parry not found anywhere else, for example, increased attacker's advantage when a normal drive parry blocks an attack, would add real risk to perfect parry and make proper execution more exciting to use and see. Drive reversal, aka guard cancel, feels a little weak. Even with the new ability to intercept throws with the in-grid update of May 2026, the 6-frame disadvantage feels too harsh of a punishment and rewards the attacker with a lot of damage. Personally speaking, the disadvantage should be reduced to 5 frames. The attacker can still punish with a 4-frame or 5-frame attack, a light button, but nothing slower, and would lead to a reduction in damage without spending additional resources. Drive Rush is too powerful as an offensive tool. The ability to enter close combat range from afar, with a bonus to attacker's advantage, feels overwhelming to deal with on the defensive side. When the opponent has an ample amount of drive meter, having to guess between a throw or a powerful strike feels like a frustrating, endless game of rock, paper, scissors. One way to mitigate the issue is to make it easier to attack an opponent during a drive rush, and to remove the attacker's advantage bonus during a 1-bar drive rush. So, +4 on drive rush. Now it's only +4 on drive rush if you have 3 bars. If you do the 3-bar cancel version. On the 1-bar version, it is removed. Because like simply teleporting to opponent's face is powerful as it is. Teleporting to opponent's face strike throw. I feel like teleporting to opponent's face on +4 with 1 bar is excessive. And that should be gone. The endless corner throw, judo, is an overwhelming joy killer in Street Fighter 6. All characters should not be advantageous or equal in recovery time after a throw in the corner, but it should be at a sizable disadvantage. Alright, so this is what I wrote. Just lower, like buff, guard cancel, lower the other game mechanics, universal mechanics, and we should be golden. Thank you for your response. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.